right, Cubs fam, today we are starting Grand Arena 5v5, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about the ways that we can improve Grand Arena. I think this is without question the most exciting game mode in all of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. In fact, recently I saw Mobile Gamer over on Strikeforce posting polls about how much do we want to see Grand Arena in Marvel Strikeforce. Other games love this game mode and want to see it implemented into their structure, but it's not perfect, and I think there's a lot of ways we could improve Grand Arena to make it even yet more exciting. And so in today's video, we're going to give you 10 ways that we can absolutely revamp and improve Grand Arena in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Go ahead and punch it, Chewie! Fam, like I said, we're talking about 10 ways to improve Grand Arena in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Now, the first item I think really can't be overstated enough, and I think this is probably one of the biggest things I would like to see them do in Grand Arena. Put more variants on the map. We have such a vanilla set of Grand Arena. You got 2 zones up top, 2 zones on back, ships is top left, and it's 3v3 or 5v5. That's it. There's so much more you could do with this map to shake up the strategy. You could put ships up front. You could have 1 zone going into 3 zones, going back to 1 zone. You could have so many different changes to the map that would make this more interesting and more exciting. Now, I understand this would probably require some effort, some UI overhaul, etc., and I don't think that's too much to ask because Grand Arena, I think, is one of the biggest drives for people to play this game. I know, especially for me in the late game, this is the main thing that gets me excited about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And so more variants on the map, I think, would be a great way to make Grand Arena very exciting without changing too much. All right, number 2, and this is going to be more of a suggestion that's going to benefit the most hardcore of Grand Arena players, and that is to shake up the divisions. Now, right now, I don't think that the divisions, the way they are, really impacts a lot of people tremendously. The people that it affects the most, though, are those people in Division 1 who are going hard for those top spots on the arena leaderboard. And there's something that feels a bit wrong with somebody who is only facing Gear 12 characters, placing above people who are going against a full Relic roster the whole time, going against all 4 Galactic Legends versus not going against any Galactic Legends. It's just so many different leagues wrapped into one. Now, I'm not saying that those people don't deserve recognition for their great work, but we need to divide up the divisions a bit more. Right now, Division 1 encapsulates almost as much GP as Divisions 2 through, I think it's 9 or 10 do. Because you've got, let's see, I think it's 4 million something GP, and then that goes all the way up to, 7-8 million GP. It's just such a wide range in that gap. And forgive me, I don't remember exactly where the cutoff is, but Division 1 is astronomically bigger than all of the other divisions. And so again, if you're a casual GAC player, I don't personally care about this for me because I just play GAC. I don't really care where I end up on the leaderboard. I'm not going for those top leaderboard spots, but for the most hardcore players, I think that's going to be necessary at some point because it's just too big to have everybody basically in the end game in the same division. We got to shake things up and redraw these lines. All right, number 3 is a big one. And CG, I want you to lean in and listen close because I'm going to get serious here about number 3. This is the most serious I'm going to get in this whole video. We need to add practice capability to this game for Grand Arena. Now, there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways we could do this. The way that I'm going to suggest, I think, is the most sensible is to have a way to challenge allies or guildmates. I think allies probably makes the most sense to have a challenge ally function. If they accept, you're immediately dumped into a Grand Arena lobby that rolls independent of everything else in the game. This would be amazing for so many reasons. This would be a way for guild leaders to go against guild mates and say, all right, you're struggling with this match. let's pair up in Grand Arena. I'll show you how this goes down. I'm going to place this team for you, this team for you, this team for you, and we'll practice. No rewards, just practice. Also, as you know, selfishly as a content creator, I would love the option to challenge other content creators to Grand Arena. We're finding ways to match up with each other, and it's fun, and we're still going to keep doing that. In fact, I think in my current bracket, I'm faced up against Scribe Gaming, which is going to be pretty fun. So it does happen, but I'd like to be able to say, hey, I want to face you right now. Let's do it right now. Have a tournament. Stuff like that would be really fun to do. But for the common player, there's so much benefit to being able to face off against friends for pride, for practice, etc. I really think this could run independently of the rest of the Grand Arenas and even have it be an abbreviated thing. Have it be a 12-hour a 12-hour place defense period, a 12-hour attack period. Have it be over and done within 24 hours. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. And bonus credit if you can find a way to equalize rosters where every character is set at Relic 7, every single character in your roster. You can only use characters that are in your roster, but for the purposes of that Grand Arena, everybody's character gets set to Relic 7. I would say this might be an egregious request, but I don't think it is because Marvel Strike Force literally does that exact same thing with their real-time PvP option. All right, so practice. Practice. We're talking about practice here, CG. All right, next up on the list, we need a reward shakeup, Capital Games. We desperately need a reward shakeup. I can't emphasize this enough also. You do not get nearly enough Grand Arena tokens for Grand Arena. I also feel like we should get more meaningful rewards in there. Right now, the rewards don't really motivate me to play Grand Arena. Now, obviously, the game mode itself does. I play for pride. I play for, that Kyber League. I want to have that status, and I want to have that kind of fun. And so I think that the game mode is enticing enough that you've incentivized people to play. But we still need good rewards. I think we deserve good rewards for the pinnacle game mode in this game. I really believe that Grand Arena is the pinnacle achievement for players in this game. Right now, the pinnacle competition, the most this game has to offer. The rewards don't reflect nearly that much. And so I really feel like you should get rewarded. You should get rewarded for streaks. Win streaks, I think, should be rewarded. I think that you should have better gear rewards. I would love to see more relic rewards in there, etc. And so I think a rewards overhaul as part of this would be very, very appreciated. Number 5 is very simple. Very important. All of these are important. A leave and join option. Holy crap. We've got this in Territory Wars, right? If you join a Territory War, you can leave and you can rejoin. Now, the reason you would do this is maybe I join and then 12 hours later, I upgraded my SWGoH to Gear 13. I want that to apply to this next round. You can't do that in Grand Arena right now. You can do it in Territory Wars. We need to see that. I think as part of this, I would really like the option to edit my squad placements. That's number 6. And I think this should apply to both Grand Arena and Territory Wars. We're talking about Grand Arena in this video in particular. But why is it that I can't go in to my set defense before the attack phase starts and say, actually, you know what? Never mind. I want to change CLS for Wedge lead on this one. I want to change my Jedi Revan for Jedi Luke. The attack phase hasn't started. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that. Or in a lot of cases, there's an oopsie. Crap! I didn't mean to set Bosk lead. I meant to set Jago lead. I'm screwed. We need to be able to edit those things. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that, and I can't imagine it would be that difficult from a code perspective to allow such a thing. So go ahead and add the ability to edit squad placements. This is really important as well. All right, number 7 is to have the best of the best face-off in an elimination style tournament. Now, this is something that I think, while I'd love to see content creators included in this, of course, from a selfish perspective, just from the common player perspective, how cool would it be if Capital Games reached out to the best Grand Arena players in the game and had them face off in a sponsored tournament that was streamed on the EA Star Wars YouTube channel? The esports component and potential that Grand Arena has is huge. And we're seeing this as content creators match up with each other. They are the most popular streams in Galaxy of Heroes, apart from Arnold's Galactic Legend unlock streams, I think, is pretty much the only thing I've seen reach different heights, or maybe some of those legendary unlock streams. Other than that, these are the most exciting streams I have seen in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And if it was a tournament, say it was a totally off the normal game, sponsored, tournament that was, you have maybe 10 matches in one day, elimination style, that's all streamed on the EA Star Wars YouTube channel. This may seem like a crazy request, but I just want you to imagine, Capital Games, if you're watching this video, the potential attention this could bring to the game and how exciting that could be. I just would love to see something like that. Plus, then we can really find out who's the best of the best. Give them all equal accounts and just have them face off against each other. See what happens. All right, number 8. Please include the number of Galactic Legends in the matchmaking. Now, I don't think it is realistic to request that you can never face off against somebody that has more or less Galactic Legends than you. But I do think it's okay to request that we don't face off against somebody who has 2 or 3 more Galactic Legends than you. I've seen a lot of circumstances where people have no Galactic Legends. They're facing off against somebody who has 2 or 3 Galactic Legends. This is a bit egregious, in my opinion. These Galactic Legends are miles ahead of everyone else. And yes, there's off-meta counters, and you should be able to counter Galactic Legends. I think it's very important to be able to win when you have less Galactic Legends. But there's a line to where that fair level, I think, exists. And if you are facing off against somebody who has 2 more Galactic Legends than you, it's so much more difficult to get that win. And so I'd really like to see it maybe be a 1 Galactic Legend away barrier, where you are never facing off against somebody who has 2 more Galactic Legends or 3 more Galactic Legends than you. In my opinion, that's realistic, and I would love to see that. I don't mind the idea of... I face off against people all the time who have 1 more Galactic Legend than me. I've got plenty of wins. I think that's fine. 2 more Galactic Legends than me? Forget about it. I'm just not going to win that GAC 99 out of 100 times. And I really don't like GACs that are decided, like concretely decided before they even start. I think that's important. General matchmaking, I think there's a lot of matchmaking concerns people will suggest, and I think it's a little bit vague to just say improve the matchmaking. I personally have found matchmaking to be pretty good in most cases. The only lopsidedness I feel at times is when it's pretty lopsided on the Galactic Legend front. So that's the specific matchmaking suggestion I'm making in this video. All right, number 9, I'm not going to touch too hard on this, but I'd love to see Feats be a little more meaningful. I'd also love Feats not to be so, I guess, intrusive on your attack strategy. Ultimately, I don't care about Feats right now because I don't want to change what my strategy is and risk losing because I'm trying to get some feats right now. And so it'd be kind of cool to find ways to make them more meaningful and less invasive in our attack strategy, or maybe just scrap them all together. I think feats work a lot better in a game mode like Galactic Challenges, where you don't get so penalized for losing because of it. If I go for a feat in Galactic Challenge, I lose, I just try again. I go for a feat in Grand Arena, I lose, I might lose a whole Grand Arena over it, and I only got 1 crack at it. That's not very fun. That's really anger-inducing, and I just don't do it. I just ignore the feats. And so I'd almost like to see something different there so that it doesn't invade in my strategy, if that makes sense. I want my strategy to be appropriate without sacrificing feats. All right, and then number 10, this is a specific ask. We've got 3v3. We've got 5v5. Where's the 4v4? Come on, let's do 4v4. I would love to see a lot of difference in the composition requests that we have. Maybe even 1v1 zones, 2v2 zones. But 4v4 zones, I think, would be really exciting. That's a dynamic we've never seen in this game. And I know a lot of people, some people may yell at me like this, Cubs, I hate 3v3 GAC. And I get it. That's one of the least popular GACs for a lot of people. I personally love it. I love it because there's so much more theory crafting there, in my opinion. And it makes you use your brain a lot more, and I find that really rewarding. Even if I lose because of it, I think it's more fun because it's so different. 5v5 feels more vanilla to me. I think 4v4 might strike maybe a middle ground that might make people more excited about the variants, I hope. Or maybe they would hate it just like they hate 3v3. I don't know. We'll never know until we try it. But I think what this really comes back to, kind of back to my number 1 point, more variance on the map. We need more ways to shake up what's happening in Grand Arena. It's so vanilla. 3v3, 5v5, 2 zones up front, 2 zones up back, top zone is ships. There's just not a whole lot of interest anymore in that format. I think that it is ample time to shake up that format, whether it's through team composition, map layout, or both at the same time. Hell, I'd love to see a 3v3 zone on top of a 5v5 zone, behind a 4v4 zone, with ships up front. Something like that, or maybe a zone where there's a ship part and a character part, and then ships up back with characters there too, so you have to do both. There's so many different things we could try to shake this up to make it more interesting. Right now, I think we're at a point where Grand Arena is just feeling stale, not because the game mode isn't good, but because we just haven't done anything with it. And it kind of makes sense to me that CG might be hesitant to do anything with Grand Arena. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. It's probably one of the highest engagement game modes of this game, and I can appreciate that, but we can't skate by forever without doing anything with it. And so I think at a certain point, we're going to have to do something, and I hope these 10 suggestions to CG help give them some ideas. If they haven't thought of them already, they probably thought of all of them. They're probably like Cubs. We talked about literally all of these and more. Whatever. These are the 10 ideas I've got. What 10 ideas do you guys have? Let me know down in the comments below, and we can discuss and talk about other ways we could shake up, again, what in my opinion is the best game mode in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like. Good luck in your Grand Arenas today, and always, my brothers, don't forget,